working on my office, I had Yu Yu Hakusho going on because I love that series. I know a lot of people are going to be mad. It's like, oh, it's a shonen. Of course his favorite thing is a shonen.
Of course.
I don't care. Yu Yu Hakusho, regardless of its shonen traits, actually just hits the right notes with me. It really does. And I always get something new out of the series. So I'm watching that too. And I'm not that far in. I'm like just barely finishing up the Saint Beast arc. And I'm enjoying my time. Although it did actually like remind me of some sad memories, which I don't know if I want to get into here. Yeah, probably. Just the fact that if people remember a couple of years ago, my dad passed away, and the last time I watched Yu Yu Hakusho all the way through, and like got such enjoyment that like a tear came to my eye, kind of thing, was with my dad. And so I found it a little interesting now. Just I started watching it and I was feeling very, very sad, and I was like, "Why is this happening?" And then I realized, "Oh crap! The last time I watched this was with my dad."
Yeah.
And he didn't like it. He absolutely didn't like. Whenever we had Dragon Ball or Yu Yu Hakusho or Rurouni Kenshin on, he wanted us to change the channel because he hated that. He never thought his reasoning for that was they just aren't, quote, deep enough. And then I'd have that argument with him. I'm like, but some of these actually do have a little bit of depth to them. He's like, I'm not seeing it. That was usually his answer. Like, he would watch Gundam with me. He liked that. But he wouldn't watch Dragon Ball. He wouldn't watch, which is really hard because my little brother was addicted to shonen.
Right.
Like, he's still a die-hard Naruto fan. He was a big fan of Zatch Bell when that was on Cartoon Network. Rurouni Kenshin, he loves. Dragon Ball Z, funniest thing, he's not even a big fan of that. He likes Naruto better. Which, I get it, because he's the epitome of a Sasuke fanboy. Sasuke fanboys, you want to know why I make fun of you so hard? It's only because I'm related to one. Because in his mind, I love my little brother, I really do, but to him, Sasuke can do no wrong. To him, Naruto can do no wrong. And I've always been of the opinion that, like, the side characters are more interesting than the main characters in Naruto.
Yeah. Oh, we've had 3 rooms
Which,
now
can I point out,
enemies.
So you've been giving me crap recently, like when you come over to record. I've been watching a lot of top 10 lists lately. Yeah. And I've been watching a lot of Watch Mojo.
Oh, yeah.
And you've been giving me crap about that.
Yeah.
I just want to point this out to you. This is how hilarious this is. I watched the top 10 Naruto characters from Watch Mojo. Naruto and Sasuke were like in the middle of the list.
Right.
Do you want to know who made the top of the list?
Sakura?
Frickin' side characters. No, Sakura would be considered a main character.
Oh, okay.
But frickin' side characters made like the top 3.
That's actually pretty interesting.
No, it just re-prescribes my opinion of nothing against Naruto and Sasuke and all them, but they're very stereotypical shonen character archetypes.
Yeah.
But then you had characters like Kakashi that were interesting enough to keep the series going. I mean, Kakashi was interesting enough that midway into a season, they just decided, you know what, we haven't told Kakashi's backstory. So they take an entire filler arc and give him backstory.
Jeez.
And it's one of the most watched filler arcs of all of Naruto. People love it. Because it's freaking Kakashi.
Yeah. But that's just why I can't do these shows. It's like, I can appreciate backstory and character depth, but not like 30 episodes worth.
It's one of those reasons why I like certain YouTube channels exist that take the filler out of a shonen series and let you just watch the arc. You know? Because that's the sad part about it. Every shonen series has some level of filler.
Yeah.
In its arcs.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. So, cutscene.
Mia?
That's not Mia.
Tell me. Are you Mia?
Aw, he still can't talk.
Maha?
Baha. Oh, is that his name?
Yeah, that was always his name.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay, that better not have been it.
Well, that's not the whole thing, but
Okay, all right,
unfortunately,
all right.
that's it for the time being. We still got more to go.
No! Why do we want to run the risk of more data bugs?
To uncover the truth.
We're not going to find the truth in here.
We'll find the truth that Miss Duakagi could not find.
Okay, all right. Crap, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so I was talking about Naruto and the fact that Kakashi is more popular than its main cast. And that's true. He really is. If for no other reason than when trying to train Naruto, he he basically fights with one arm tied behind his back, and it's not one arm tied behind his back so much as it's one hand actually has his porn book in there, or his Harlequin romance in it, and he's kicking the crap out of Naruto while reading his Harlequin romance. I don't know, I always find Kakashi endearing. It's like, especially when you go to the subtitles and they actually say he's reading porn. It's like, really? You're reading porn? I don't think that's appropriate for kids around you. So yeah, that's one of those other things that I watched was a bunch of top 10s, and some of which I absolutely didn't agree with, including the fact that Watch Mojo could not, like, I watched the top 10 Gundam mobile suits, and they couldn't pronounce any of them.
I told you.
Any of them!
I told you that channel's awful.
They have a couple of good moments, but most of the stuff is just, I don't know how you came to that conclusion, aside from you are a fanboy of insert series here.
Well, their polls are all, like, picked by users.
Oh, well, there you go. It's all dictated by fanboys.
Yes.
But at that point, I would at least give the credit to Watch Mojo that the Sasuke fanboys didn't win that one. He was really low, too. He was, like, number 8 on the list. Sasuke Uchiha. A walking bag of emo until the last little bit of the series, because apparently people tell me that happened. You don't know how many times I've been asked, you gotta go watch all of Naruto, especially Shippuden. Shippuden fixes a lot of the problems you supposedly have with Naruto. I've watched a little bit of Shippuden. It doesn't. The character archetypes are pretty much still there. Or even better, like, somebody recommended I need to watch a Naruto comedy series that basically puts them in a slice of life setting.
I think I know the one you're talking about.
But I guess they still have their ninja powers in it.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I be interested in that?
It's like
if I already have problems with these characters, why would I go to a side series? I mean, like, perfect example here. One of my favorite giant robot genre movie series that I wouldn't even call a giant robot one because there's very little robots in it is Full Metal Panic. Full Metal Panic literally sets itself up to be a slice of life series, but at the same time having like these giant robot genre arcs that occur between it. So they came out with a side series later on called, I think it was Full Metal Panic Fumofu,
right,
which is more of a comedic series. I love what I've seen of Fumofu, and the reason I love it is because it's not a stretch from what I was seeing in Full Metal Panic. Like, you know, one of the things that's funny about Full Metal Panic is the fact that the male hero character is a hardened soldier. He's basically Hiro Yui.
Yeah.
Is what he is. And adapting to civilian life just isn't in the equation for him.
Right.
I mean, the perfect example of this is that he has to go up to the front of the class and explain like what his favorite interests are. And he's a military kid, you know, he's grown up in the military, so of course he likes collecting guns, and of course he likes gun magazines and mobile suit magazines kind of thing. Everybody else thinks he's creepy except for the one mecha fan in the classroom who thinks he's absolutely God. So you have that archetype, and it really works as kind of a fish out of water in a school day's atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'd almost recommend Fumofu to you, just for all the silliness.
I've seen the first episode, I recall. I've never gotten back to it. I'd like to, actually.
Yeah. I mean, this is the guy that, like, one of the most acclaimed jokes for him, at least to me, is when he gets handed a condom.
Nice.
And normally, like, with guys, we sit there and go, he's handed a condom. I know what this is for. His thing is, I was out in the Brazilian jungle one time, and I noticed that you could hold up to a liter of water in these things. Of course! He's a soldier!
Yes.
It works on so many levels! Also, yet another series where Vic Mignogna gets to be an absolute lecher. I'm sorry, I'm starting to really love the series where Vic is just an absolute freaking lecher, because his voice just kind of works for it.
Yeah. He can do creepy.
Yeah. And of course, somebody's probably gonna ask this, why have you been watching a bunch of shonen recently? I'm kind of interested in watching Dragon Ball Super, and I just heard that it's coming. It's gonna be multi-streamed here. I'm kind of interested in watching it.
I haven't heard good things.
Neither have I. But Alex, as you can attest, when have I ever actually agreed with, excuse me, with the critics on anything?
Good point.
So maybe I'll get something out of it. And one of the reasons I've been watching a lot of shonen is A, nostalgia reasons, and B, I guess I'm just kind of getting myself into the frame of mind again. Oh, for a second there, I thought these were normal.
They are normal.
Oh, okay.
They're just taking a while.
Oh, no, I saw Protect Break coming.
Well, they always protect break.
Okay.
I'm just not doing data drain for obvious reasons. Get over here!
Silly Alex, wrong franchise.
I'm about out of fairy orbs. This is bad.
It's bad, okay.
It is bad, okay.
Okay.
It's bad, okay.
Oh my gosh, do we actually have to loop around to go down?
Yeah.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
Again, I keep telling you, it's a long dungeon. It's essentially the last dungeon.
Well, if there's supposedly 10 floors, we got 2 more to go. Can we make it? Please pray for us that we can. Because I'm kind of wondering. I'm really hoping, and like I should have a lucky rabbit spit or something like that, because RNG could immediately start hating us.
Yeah.
Again, and then we're screwed.
With this, I should be fine. Or it should be fine.
And also for people to get excited about, the Gaming with the Geeks Q&A for Alex has been recorded.
Yay!
It hasn't been edited yet, but it's on the list. So it's going to be edited fairly soon. I'm hoping that with an extra... Because here's the thing. BlizzCon's only going to take up my weekend. I'm hoping that if I get all my footage done for next week, that I can focus on all the backlog projects that I have. Because heaven knows, I already have tons of those. I mean, I still am promising WoW top 10s, and I haven't even finished them. I've started them. Some of them are further along in development than others. But a top 10 takes a lot of work. You kind of know this. You've done a top 10 anime, and I think you've even said that I think you said in the Q&A you were considering
a top 20, yeah.
Doing a revised one.
Yeah. Revised or an additional 10 more. And I want to still do 25 favorite theme songs. But the big issue with that is it's music, and that's going to get me in trouble.
Yeah, like, you would have to, like, you could play the first 30 seconds and you have to turn it down way low so that nobody can tell. And that's frustrating for people. Either that or that's one of those videos that you just don't put ads on. Kind of thing.
Yeah, which happened.
You made him go boom.
I gave up the missing axe.
Which belonged to the missing number. I don't know. Did it?
I could have.
Yes.
Could have.
Although that actually does bring up another... So somebody actually asked me this a while back and I haven't answered. Like, what happens when you're done with Gundam? Like, what do you go to after that? I don't know. I thought about Pat Labor, but I know a lot of the series have never made it here. I would be interested in doing Pet Labor. Pet Labor is one of those mecha series that I've never been able to finish. It either started up on a network and then I never got to watch all of the episodes all the way through, or it's all been subtitled and I didn't want it that way, but then I heard the Central Park Media dub and now I want the subs. So Pat Labor might be it. Gurren Lagann is definitely on that list because I don't know how many people have screamed at me, "You've never watched Gurren Lagann?" Nope, I haven't. It's on the list. But even then, there's still a bunch of other anime that are on the list too. I almost was tempted before the new movie comes out of trying to go through Ghost of the Shell Standalone Complex.
Right.
I've never been able to do that all the way through because some of the episodes are really hard to watch. In particular, one that actually got like censorship warnings on Adult Swim.
Right.
For like a dude, or for like the murderer skinning his victims alive kind of thing. It was like, ugh. So,
I'm here.
But it's always been one of those things I've wanted to do. I love sci-fi anime, and I'm always interested in trying something out. I've also wanted to do a couple of fantasy anime too.
Oh yeah, which ones?
I've gotten a couple recommended, like Slayers. Like I would really like that because of the classic D&D feel to it. And I've thought about it. People still want me to go finish Sword Art Online before I judge it.
Oh, God, no.
Well, but they do bring up an interesting point. Like, I give crap to people that immediately judge the series and have never watched a single episode, and I've only watched, like, 2 in there. And so is it really right for me to judge an entire series based off of 2 episodes? There's an argument.
I guess.
So maybe I'll take it on, and then at that point when I've watched all 50 episodes, I'll blame you all for that wasted time of my life.
50 episodes and a movie coming out next February.
Or is that how many? Because apparently there's a second series now, Sword Art Online.
Well, yeah.
Which is gun-based. That's
the second series is what makes up the other 26, so it comes out to 50 or so.
Well, that's one thing I found interesting. Is like the premise of Sword Art Online is like you're in a sword-wielding anime, and then apparently Sword Art Online 2 is gun-based.
It's a different MMO. So
shouldn't that be Gun Art Online?
I don't know.
No, apparently not. Oh, that's another series I want to do. Knights of Sidonia. A mecha series that went to Netflix that I still haven't watched. So I'll probably do that.
I should lend you Gargantia on the Virtuous Planet, see what you think of it. It's a mech show.
Which one?
It's called Gargantia.
What was the subtitle to it?
It's like Gargantia on the Virtuous Planet or something like that.
Okay.
It's a short one. It's like 13
so it's an
episodes.
OVA?
No, it's a series, but it's only 13 episodes.
Okay. I don't know, man. We know how long it took for me to get through K-On!
Yeah. Well, in fairness, K-On's 39 episodes.
Again, we all know how long it took for me to get through K-On!
Yes. Well, again, because it had a serious lacking of giant robots and emovers.
Yes, K-On! Did have a serious lacking of giant robots. Yes, that's exactly what hurt it for me, Alex.
And emovers.
It didn't have enough giant robots.
And emovers. You can't forget the emovers.
And the emovers, yes. Let's just be honest. We didn't have Miyu doing weird backflips to introduce herself for no apparent reason. Cough, cough, Troa, cough, cough.
And Mio and Ritsu didn't both dance like they wanted to win.
Yes, exactly. Actually, speaking of, have you watched Endless Waltz yet?
Not yet. I'll watch it this...
You gotta get it done, man, because I actually kind of hope that if you do the 12 days, that Wing makes it. And that Endless Waltz makes it as a separate entry, because I just can't judge Wing and Endless Waltz together. I almost say they have to be judged separately, because you don't have to watch Wing to watch Endless Waltz. Oh, hi, another data bug.
Come on. Throw me some more bones, please. You've been doing that. Now
Throw me a freaking bone here, dungeon. I'm sorry, Lord Jabu Jabu, here is your sacrificial gnome. Can we please start having some more RNG luck? I'm sorry. I gotta take care of this cough, man. It's driving me nuts. Be right back. Alex is giving me this look of how unprofessional. I'm sorry, man.
Okay, leave me holding the boom here. Let's just start using up these items.
Well, there is actually one other thing that we can get into, because technically I haven't put this episode up yet. We did do a live recording of Geek News at Anime Bonsai,
Yep.
but I haven't. I don't think
Uber,
technically I've gotten the Aldo or the audio from Aldo yet. But one of the things that we did talk about was the Nintendo Switch. Click. That's all I got from that trailer. Click.
Click.
Click. Click. That's going to be the episode title here. Click. Click. So I guess we can kind of go really quick into our thoughts on the Switch, especially since we're not going to be talking about it, I don't think, until January.
Till January,
If
maybe.
you mention that it's a space shuttle, you might just get hurt.
It is a space shuttle until further notice.
Okay. I'm not contributing to this hashtag that you're trying to get working. I'm at least interested because a couple of other third-party developers have come out and said that they are working on a game for the Switch.
Yeah. The level 5 already came out and said,
Level 5, yeah.
We'll have games, but not at launch.
Yeah, so... And I don't think they were part of the graphic. I don't think Level 5 was in there. So Level 5, if you don't know who they are more known for the Professor Layton series. I was kind of wondering how many of the handheld developers were going to come out of the woodwork to develop for the Switch. Because now they're technically developing for a console as well. Oops. So I was happy to see that Level 5 is doing something. Capcom is obviously doing something. We've pretty much confirmed that Ubisoft has a game in the works. There are a couple of developers that do have stuff, but there are other developers like
Stains.
Bethesda, who supposedly the Skyrim footage that we saw in the trailer was not Skyrim footage. It was generated to look like Skyrim. But
Yeah.
Bethesda has since confirmed that it's not Skyrim footage.
They can neither confirm nor deny that they have something.
But they can say they have something.
Yes.
I have a feeling like Gwent. Or no, Gwent is not them. No, it is, I think. I'll have to think about this one. No, they'll have some like Fallout sub-game that is going to be for the Switch, which is really disappointing. I would really like them to develop a game for the Switch. From Software is another big title. We don't know what they're working on. We can only imagine that it's going to be something Dark Souls oriented, because that's 80% of what From Software does right now. Although me and Aldo are very excited. They have an Armor Core game in the works. Speaking of giant robots, would you stop making the game explode, Alex? Seriously.
Up to.
Oh no, it's not you, it's Elk. Elk is trying to destroy the world, people.
He wants to destroy the
The
world.
world. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to Disneyland, and then I'm going to destroy it.
I'm going to Disneyland, then I will destroy it. Yes, exactly.
Oh, Zork. You crazy.
Do we have a Fairy Orb to use?
We're running out.
You better
Fuck the shit.
You better hope that we only have 10 floors, because you are running out of Fairy Orbs.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's all pure dumb luck guessing at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had.
Which one's the path of least... Neither one is the path of least resistance.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have fights regardless.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh, man. We've been in this dungeon an hour, and I don't want to cut this off if we get, if we get lucky and we can actually get through it. But at the same time, we have other crap to record today.
Alright, that's good enough. Oh, thank you. Regular
Thank you, normal
enemies.
monsters. Okay, we let that. Woo!
And there was an elemental hit.
Elemental hit! Cause I'm Dusty Rose, and now with an elemental hit, baby. Because I'm a super genius, and that's the way it works.
Golden egg.
Golden egg.
Somebody actually did tell me that apparently my Dusty Rhodes accent is offensive.
Oh, sweet. Mercy, a treasure chest.
I don't see that, but okay.